Good afternoon, everybody. Microphone check, screen check. Looks like everything's working correctly here. Good, good. Excuse me. Hopefully everyone had a fantastic day of trading so far. Man, what a crazy back and forth we had going on today. Just monster rips all over the place. Currently looking at the overall scenario, looking a bit sideways, a bit congested, finally pulling back a little bit. But realistically, I mean, man, this thing is just a full-out reversal from the bottom. It's finally pulling back a little bit, so buyers will be looking for a continuation move off of this base. Really, it's more so just waiting to see if they want to show up to the party or not. S&P also has a bit of potential. So we'll keep an eye on the S&P as well. Sellers attempting to get a bear move back down. Nice bear bar. Got 30 minutes left in the day, and this is when things start getting a little bit more interesting. So we'll see if they can follow through. Sellers not getting a whole lot done. Now bulls trying to kick back up. Now the bull's not triggering above the longs here. That doesn't help. This is kind of do or die time from the sellers. Nice secondary bear bar to try to get things going. Sellers never trigger underneath that bear bar, and now we've got a double inside bar. Bull engulfing, trying to kick back up again. Oh, maybe. That's not the candle to get the job done. What a mess. Big doji. S&P, nice bull bar to the upside, but the obvious issue is this gigantic bull bar that failed to get anything done. The entry point's at 17. I'd rather see if I can get a little bit of a pullback on the S&P at 16, 15, 14, somewhere back there a little ways. S&P longs begin to trigger, looking for targets back up to 17 for the scalp. If it fills the next one at 15, then the target comes down to 16 for both. Just scalping the S&P while nothing else is happening. Looking to see if the bulls can get back up, testing the target, but they've got to fill it. This is still testing the target, but it's got to fill. Come on. There we go. Buyers fill their targets for the scalps to the upside on the S&P. This bear bar back down on the NASDAQ. Wow. Bear engulfing candle too. See if they can trigger underneath the bear engulfing. The 15-minute chart in the NASDAQ is obviously just one humongous V bottom, but looking across the board at some of these other markets, we've got some resistance coming in on crude oil at the highs after that nice support bounce earlier, and the really nice resistance rejection. Bulls on gold still working out very nicely. Euro does end up diving farther. Bitcoin's trying. Almost made it up there. Nice bull bar back up on the NASDAQ. The bulls are trying to get something going here. Not doing so well. Big, heavy bear bar down. Sellers are triggered in underneath. Hey, JT, how's it going? Bears triggered in underneath the bear bar. Bulls pop back up again. All right. Sellers trying to get that move down. They're not really getting any of that follow through, though. That V bottom, buyer's still trying to pressure. This major resistance up here at 12,300 makes it a little bit difficult. Oof, man, there's still 250 ticks left on this candle. A lot of stuff can happen here. A bull bar back to the upside. Wow. Oh, what a reversal. So far, nice scalp on the S&P. Nothing so far on the NASDAQ that's really set up nicely enough. Today on the... today on the daily. I can't believe they didn't fill that gap. On the ozone, sellers tried getting that flush down to fill the gap, but it didn't quite hit. They just missed it. And now it's all the way back up. This thing might end up being a bull engulfing candle. Very nice bear bar to the downside from the sellers. See if they can follow this through with a bit more gusto. Lots of support in the 59, so you got to be careful here. Sellers trying to push back down again. The day is back to break even. Oh man, that big bull bar right back up. Which way are they gonna go? See if the buyers can kick this up a notch or if the sellers are going to take it back down. What a fight. I mean, it's fairly obvious when we zoom out. You can see the buyers struggling where they're trying to get it to go back up, fails. Getting it to go back up, fails. Getting it to go back up, fails. Now it's starting to roll back over again. Eventually, one of these failures is going to be too much for the buyers to handle. And personally, I think this is just a pullback before bulls take it back up again. But that can change. Ooh, man, sellers pile driving back down again. That was a big pushback down there at the 55s. Sellers will be looking to come in above the previous bear bar's high for a continuation, mostly for scalpers, though. There's not really much else to do here aside from scalping above the 55, 75s. Scalpers with short opportunities up on this pop into the 57s. First objective is going to be back down through preferably the 55s. Ooh, big herky-jerky move to the upside. And then right back down again. Holy crap. All right, starting to get a little bit farther up than I really wanted to see, and this whippiness is nuts. Luckily, the risk is relatively small with 3 micros, so I'm not that upset by it. But man, that candle jerked up, jerked back down, jerked up. What a crazy move. If it starts breaking back above the 65s, that'll be the rest of it. It tapped it, double top. See how they want to close out this current candle here. Beautiful bear bar. I'm going to see if I can add into... Well, I guess not. I was going to say add into the short to see if I could get another push down. Getting a push back down now towards that zone of resistance. Still looking for that follow-through move down sub 5250s. I love this area. It's just got to continue. And remember, shorting after a V bottom is not going to be easy. So if it starts failing, I'm not going to hang around forever. I'm taking this as a scalp. I'm not expecting a huge move. Not getting it either. I'm going to start drawing out here. Big bull bar back up will be kind of the final finishing blow, if you will. Yikes. All right, I'm out. No thanks. So I tried keeping the risk small with with trading micros on that one, but just... that was an insane amount of movement in a very little amount of time. And that's why you jump ship when you know you're wrong. Those extra 20 ticks of risk aren't worth it. Nice bear bar off the top. I'd like to see the sellers flush back down again. We've got a major higher low and now a higher high. So buyers are trying to transition back up. We've got a massive V bottom from the lows, so everything in the world is screaming long now. The sellers are on the back foot. It's just a matter of when they come in. And these bull bars aren't cutting it. Still fairly sideways. S&P is trying to get a nice bull bar going here. Could possibly be another scalp setting up depending on how that sets, how that gets going. I'm going to buy into this dip on the NASDAQ. I just don't think it's going to stick around that long. And if it does flush back down, it's most likely just a washout. Earlier sellers got stuck, and I'm looking to utilize that. So buying into this washout move and looking for a continuation back up. Really bad bull bar, though. I'm going to try to draw my average down just a little bit here. Tested that major zone, but was there for about a millisecond and then disappeared. Got 1 minute until the 10 minutes too. That's when things go nuts. Here we go. Let them go crazy. All right, I'm going to start reducing targets here. See if we can get another pop back above the 70s. Nice, back above the 70s. Looking for more continuation above the 72s. Not really following through. Can they get it back up? Kinda, sorta. I'm gonna look to add on this pullback down. See if you can get a continuation bounce back up. That candle on the S&P, that's not what I was looking for. right, seems like it's flushing a little bit more aggressively this time around. See if I can grab some of these lower orders. Continuation objective back up towards like the 70s, I think would make sense. Finding a bit of resistance off the moving average, but with as whippy back and forth as this is, it shouldn't have a problem getting through this. I will reduce a couple just to play it safe, though. Nice little double bottom. There we go. Good continuation back up through the 65s. Let's see if they can follow through up to the 70s. Almost. All right. Next target off up there. Now the follow through. See if they can get it going. What a choppy market this is right now. Jeez. You know, big old range. Still net long on the NASDAQ, looking for a continuation back up to the highs. That would be favorable. Very nice. Very nice. Get another pullback? I'll look to buy into that dip. My break even's way the heck down there. Bulls trying to get a continuation push back to the upside. We've got about 6.5 minutes left. Big bull bar to try to get the job done. Can they trigger above 70s? The screens are coming through blurry. Nice calls. Oh, okay. I'll have to take a look at my upload settings. I did see a warning flash on my... I must have changed something. I'm going to reduce them all out on that one. We got that pop up. I didn't get a good fill on that second one, though. That sucked. But looking for that continuation to the upside. Got the pop. Got the targets. I mean, it was a nice flush either way. But anyway, like I was saying, I did get an error message earlier that I saw when I first started the stream, something about the audio quality. So I'm wondering if I accidentally messed up one of the settings. I'll have to take a look, but thanks for the heads up. S&P still showing some very, very big continuation to the upside. Got the final 5 minutes. This is when things get a little bit crazy. On the video and on the stream? Yeah. Is it any better? Did that help? Or is it still really quiet? I must have messed up some of the settings. Sure, it's probably just not a big deal though. Yeah, it's all good. It bugs me, you know. S&P with a big giant bull bar to the upside, possibly trapping the highs though. It's a bit of an issue up here. Sellers of that big bear bar down. Wow. Might be able to kick that up a notch too. I'd like to see if they can get a dip underneath that previous 5-minute bull bar on the S&P 3614 quarter. 13 quarter, 12 quarter scalps in that area. Is that a 13 moving average you're using? This is a 21, but realistically, the speed of the moving average is kind of irrelevant. As long as, or the number of the moving average is irrelevant. As long as you're using like a fast, a medium, and a slow, or one of those, then you'll probably be all right. Final 3 minutes. Looking for longs to pick up that dip at 14 quarter for scalps on the S&P. It's not quite pulling back far enough, though. I need 14 quarter. Last 2 minutes. Careful. This is when things get a little bit whippy. Testing the entry. There we go. S&P fills for the longs. Secondary entry fills. Looking for scalpers targets. That's really about it. $14 quarter is the objective at the moment. Target filled. I took it off at 1375. It was having a lot of trouble at 14 quarter, and there's only 1 minute left on the day, so I'm not going to chance it. But nice quick little scalp back to the upside again. Took a loss on the first position, then wins on the other two. So, I mean, it all came out. Look at that rally, the upside, you rotten pecker. It looked like there was a brick wall where I was trying to take my profit, but sure enough, I get out and there it goes. It's like clockwork. Holy cow. All right, well, we're going into the final 30 seconds. That's going to do it for today. Overall, fantastic day of trading. Lots of volatility. Man, super, super wild day in terms of volatility, though. Just be careful out there going into this week. This is nuts. What a pop higher. Holy crap. Oh, hindsight, huh? Man, should have just held. Just close my eyes, hit the buy button, and forget about it. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. Hopefully you all had a fantastic day of trading, and we will see you all tomorrow, all right? Have a good one. We'll talk to you all later. Thanks. Bye.